It is clear a trade is inbound for Chicago as Nikola Vucevic put the NBA and the Detroit Pistons on notice with an all-star performance in Game 1. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Shaq Barnes here with another great episode of Bulls Digest, the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls. I also noticed that 67% of you guys have been watching the channel and have not subscribed. Treat it like the Bulls intro and run right through that subscribe button. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit more excited than I usually do on the episode. Game 1 of the season. We are so back, baby. We are so back. And even more, the Bulls win day 1 on a team that was a playoff team, by the way. Let's talk about it. But I do believe this performance in Nikola Vucevic wasn't just a performance to be like, yeah, let's really get the dub. This was to put the league on notice. And for teams that was questioning his value when they didn't want to trade the Chicago Bulls or they tried to lowball the Chicago Bulls for Nikola Vucevic. This game was a performance to let the league know who I am. If you're not forgetting who I am, I'm Nikola Vucevic. And my style of play fits the NBA style of play. I am a skilled big man. If you don't believe me, let's talk about it. Nikola Vucevic put the league on notice tonight. Shout out to Vucci, man. 28 points, 14 rebounds in a win against the Detroit Pistons. And it has been a lot of talks with Vuce being on a expiring contract. And Vuce literally had a quote saying what type of team he want to play for. And at the timeline, the Chicago Bulls, now that's so clear he's asking out. But the Chicago Bulls can't get an offer done for Nikola Vucevic because everybody lowballed Chicago. Everybody thought Vuce wasn't worth it. I don't know if he could be a consistent scorer. I think he's a defensive liability. Well, tonight he answered all those questions. 28 points, 14 rebounds. He had a double-double in the first half. And we're going to get into more of the post game a little bit later in this video, talk about this. But I wanted to bring this up because Vuce was, this the most I seen Vuce engaged in a game for the Bulls from start to finish in a while. Vuce was locked in this game. This was a statement game. If you watched that game and just seen Vuce balling out and thought this was just a regular Wednesday night and the Vuce just coincidence. No, this is the first game of the season. Vuce made a statement. And just so you don't think, SB, Shaq, you just talking, you don't know. No, I'm going to tell you because Vuce said this offseason. Vuce said, I like to try to play for a team that has ambition to win the NBA title. Vuce said in Europe it's easier to join a big team, but in the NBA it's complicated because of the rules and trades. Now, I want to go back to his performance tonight. He literally said, I want to compete for a championship. We know we ain't ready championship ready. We on the rise. We got young talent. Why wouldn't Vuce come out and ball the way he balled tonight for this game? This was a statement game by Nikola Vucevic. He was taking charges. He was guarding the rim against Jalen Duran. Got him in foul trouble early. We got to talk about the second half, too, where we almost gave up this game. But early in the game, this looked like a totally different Chicago Bulls team with no Kobe White, by the way. And we were scoring. Vuce was a big part of that. Knocking down great shots at the top of the key, helping great floor spacer for Josh Giddey and Montes Buzelis. But I watched this game, and while I was watching this game, I literally said Nikola Vucevic is trying to make a statement. For everybody who questioned trading for me, remember Golden State, you said you wanted me, but you rather have Al Horford than me. Al Horford not going to hoop like this. Al Horford will not ball out like this. This was the statement that he tried to make. Now, but obviously, let's get into the post game. Chicago Bulls wins the game. 115-111. Chicago Bulls played outstanding in the first half. We was up by as many as 23 points. Coincidentally, shout out MJ, who's back doing sports commentary. Well, he's doing sports commentary now. We was up as 23 points. It got a little lost from us in the second half. One thing I will say about this game that I do like about the Chicago Bulls, they didn't waver. The Pistons knew they was gonna go and run at some point. This was a team that was a 6 seed in the playoffs. Nobody even expected us to be up as much as we was. We played great defensively in the paint, made them take tough shots. One of my concerns, if you watch the last video that I recorded, I was saying like I hope the Bulls stick to their play style and don't try to play Detroit Pistons play style where we being more like physical. You know, that's a very physical team. I had to tip our hat. We wasn't no punks tonight, and we still played our style of basketball, which did I like. When my come from my post game videos, I do like a game ball situation, and 100%, I got to give my game ball to Nikola Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic literally kept the Bulls afloat the whole game, opened up the lead in the first half. Then when they tightened the lead up in the later of the second half, Nikola Vucevic made clutch shot after clutch shot in the bucket, a floater here, a jump shot here, and they couldn't do anything to stop Nikola Vucevic at all. Now, as a team, I want to say we played outstanding in the first half. Shout out Trey Jones, too. I really liked how Trey Jones played. He was knocking down shots consistently, running the offense very well. I do think when Kobe White comes back, he will be a great guy off the bench for us. If not, he could possibly start, but I don't know who you can really put on the bench. So for him to start, but I can definitely see him being a great starting guard. The Bulls shot 44% from the field, about the same. They shot higher from three than the Detroit Pistons, which is outstandingly great. And from the aggressiveness side, for us to attack the paint and get into the lane and shooting 81% from the field. Now, when it comes to this game, I was definitely worried about the rebound battle. Like I said, I was worried about like Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart punking us, and we weren't gonna be able to get any boards. Shout out to the guys getting boards, man. Like the guys was out there getting bored. Nikola Vucevic with the 14 boards. And it was like a lot of guys. Montes Buzelis had 6. Isaac Kuro, he didn't score, but he showed his value a little bit on the defensive side. A little too much fouling for me. I still think he got to get in the rhythm. We need to get him to be able to knock down an open shot. But for the other little things that a glue guy should do, he did his good job at that. I do like that. Also, Josh Giddey with his 5 boards. Josh Giddey did good on the boards. Patrick Williams didn't score that much. Attacked the board too. I like that. Kevin Huerter even had 5 rebounds. So, as a unit, and Jalen Smith too, I want to shout out Jalen Smith too. As a unit, we understood the assignment of attacking the boards, and we did a good job. And you know, usually when you're a running gun team, you shoot a lot of threes. And when a team as physical as this young Detroit Pistons team is, you'd expect the Chicago Bulls to attack the paint the way we did. But they was attacking the paint. We was hitting a lot of tough shots during this game. Ayo Dosunmu had a crazy and one in the first half. I definitely like that. And definitely good to see Ayo Dosunmu back on the court. But as a unit, though, we was attacking that rim. We was fierce. I do like what I see from this Chicago Bulls team. And mind you, we didn't have technically our best scorer on the team in Kobe White. And now with him being an unrestricted free agent, that's going to start opening up a Pandora's box about like, hey, we might be kind of good without him. I'm not saying we can be better without him, but, you know, you could get a haul for a Kobe White. Or, you know, with Vucevic being on trade market, you might can attach a Kobe White and a Vucevic together and get a major haul to add to the team. Now, Vucevic versatility, a big man might be hard to find. But you have to do what you have to do because you don't want to lose it from nothing. That's the one thing I can say. This Chicago Bulls team can't lose anybody from nothing. And like I said, with the game ball situation, if you look at the stat sheets of the team, Montes Buzelis is on the track to get that most improved player of the list too. I told you guys on my podcast, Real Takes on Fake Debates, I low-key had Josh Giddey as my most improved because I figured that with Josh Giddey, he's going to have the stats of the triple-double. People love the triple-double. And he was 5 rebounds away from a triple-double. Usually the whole team doesn't rebound like this. If we do this for a whole season, I would love and appreciate that if we do this. But Montes Buzelis was great. My game ball is going to Nikola Vucevic. He hit all the clutch shots that we needed to see during the time. He hit all the open threes that we needed to see. The scoring aspect of the team was outstanding tonight against a very physical Detroit Pistons team. I do like that. Imagine, this is a team that made the playoffs and took a New York Knicks team that everybody got going to the finals to 7 games. And for the Detroit side, um, the second half comeback was outstanding from this team. I'm not gonna hate and deny about it, but we kind of knew it was coming. I love that the Chicago Bulls didn't waver from it because the run was going to come at some point in time. This is a dark horse team that I have in the Eastern Conference, but I think they dig themselves in a hole too much where they couldn't get out. And and I said in my last video that the Chicago Bulls need to play their style of ball. The pacing of what the Chicago Bulls did was outstanding, but they was aggressive the whole game. They didn't fold because the Detroit Pistons came to town. They didn't fold when they was in the run. I remember opening in the third quarter, the Pistons went on an 8-0 run. I was like, oh, my heart was dropping a little bit. But then the Bulls came right back, did an 8-0 run themselves, hitting open shots, hitting the open man, attacking the rim, being aggressive, and being aggressive defensively. So I do like what I see from this Chicago Bulls team. And I still ask and beg the question for you guys: what would define a successful season for us? Because if we play like this consistently, and when you add Kobe White, that's going to be another 20, 25 points. Because I can see the Bulls being one of the top scoring teams in the league. I believe we were going to average this season from 115 to about 120, 25-ish as a team. I think we're going to put the ball up in buckets. But the physicality on offense to attack the basket, the physicality to attack defensively and be strong-willed defensively, I liked everything I seen from the Chicago Bulls team. I'm not going to lie to you. But the biggest celebration of them all, we got to live in the moment of today. We are 1-0. We're going to celebrate tonight. It's an 82-game season. This is a quality win. This is not just a gimme win where we probably beat like the Portland Trail Blazers. We beat a Detroit Pistons team where everybody has them as a dark horse in the Eastern Conference, where a team you might not want to play in the playoffs if you see this team in the first round. Because I believe Detroit will be an upset alert team. But the Chicago Bulls have put the NBA on notice today. Now, what will open up and proceed through all this process, I don't 100% know. I knew when I watched Nikola Vucevic, though, when I'm getting back to the main point, besides the postgame of this video, Nikola Vucevic had a purpose tonight. Because I think Nikola Vucevic got offended that it wasn't no true offer for him. Like, he's not one of the best scoring bigs in the league. He's defensively, you can't question him. But tonight, he put that on notice. And his rebounding, he put that on notice, too. He did excellent defensively on the rebound and stretched the floor. Because you can't tell me Nikola Vucevic didn't get offended when the Warriors was the main team on the list that wanted Nikola Vucevic, and they decided to take a old Al Horford over him. Al Horford not giving you 28 or 14 no time this season. At all. I don't care who he play against. If he do, clip me saying this and then clip me when if Al Horford put up 28 and 15 this season, or 28 and 14, or 30 and 15 this season, at any point in time, reclip this video and put the picture behind it. I highly doubt it. So I knew Vucevic was a man on a mission. But let me know what you guys think. Did Nikola Vucevic put the league on notice today? Let me know. And also, how are you feeling about game one? We are 1-0, baby. See red. This is another great episode of Bulls Digest. I'm Shaq Barnes, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.